Hi guys, welcome back to our factoring review. In example 6, I have another trinomial, and this is in quadratic form, special quadratic form, when my highest power is double my middle power. So my a value is 3. 3 multiplied by -1 is -3. My b value is 2. Two numbers that multiply to make -3 and add to make 2 are 3 and -1. So since my a value is not 1, I have to do my box here. So let me set that up. So my first term is 3x to the 6th. My last term is -1. And now remember these two numbers with this term. So 3x to the 3rd minus 1x to the 3rd. So now that I've set up my box, I can factor out my GCF here, which is 3x to the 3rd. 3x to the 3rd multiplied by x to the 3rd makes x to the 6th, adding exponents. 3x to the 3rd multiplied by 1 makes 3x to the 3rd, and x to the 3rd multiplied by -1 makes -1x to the 3rd. -1 times 1 is -1. So this factors to be 3x to the 3rd minus 1 multiplied by x to the 3rd plus 1. Now this binomial here I can't factor anymore. There's not a GCF or a pattern I can apply. Yet this binomial here is a sum of cubes because 1 is 1 cubed. So that means that a is x and b is 1. I'm going to apply it to my sum of cubes factoring pattern. I've memorized 3x cubed minus 1 multiplied by x plus 1, x squared minus 1x plus 1. And whenever you're using the factoring of difference of cubes or sum of cubes, this trinomial is never factorable, and you could try, but you'll see your x won't work out. Okay, let's move on to example 7. X to the 10th minus 1. So it's a binomial. There is no GCF. So binomials are either cubes or squares. Now, if this was an exponent that was a multiple of 3, then I would know it's a cube. But since it's an even power, it's a square. So this is a square multiplied by, or subtracting a square. 1 squared is 1. And x to the 5th squared is x to the 10th if I multiply exponents. So now applying my difference of squares pattern, it's going to be x to the 5th minus 1, x to the 5th plus 1. Now this is not a cube or a square that we can use, so we are done. Now let's move on to example 8. We have x cubed minus 5x squared plus 3x minus 15. No GCF out of these 4 terms, so since it's 4 terms, I'm going to put it in my box. X cubed minus 5x squared plus 3x minus 15. So now the GCF of my top row is x squared. X squared multiplied by x makes x cubed. X squared multiplied by -5 makes -5x squared. And x multiplied by 3 makes 3x. And 3 times -5 is -15. So therefore this factors to be x squared plus 3, x minus 5. Neither one of these is a difference of squares or cubes, so I cannot factor anymore.